16 fluid ounces plus 3 pints plus 4 quarts is equal to how many gallons? Now, the one unfamiliar thing here that we haven't seen before is this 16 fluid ounces. We've seen ounces before, but not fluid ounces. And to make things confusing, they are actually very different things. Fluid ounces are a measure of volume. Fluid ounces measure volume, just like cups and pints and quarts and gallons do, while ounces measure weight. And this might make it kind of confusing or maybe less confusing, but it also happens that a fluid ounce of water at standard temperature and pressure is going to weigh a little bit more than an actual ounce. So that's why they're kind of close. A fluid ounce of water is not that different in weight than an ounce, but they're two fundamentally different things. This is volume, this is weight. Now, a fluid ounce, there's many ways you could think of this. One is that you have 8, let me write it here. You have 8 fluid ounces per cup. Or, since there are 2 cups per pint, you also have 16 fluid ounces per pint. You could view it either way, or you could say that you have 32 fluid ounces per quart, or you can multiply that times 4, and that's how many fluid ounces you have per gallon. Ounces, which is a unit of weight, you have 16 ounces per pound. And since I told you that a fluid ounce is a little bit more than an ounce, you could kind of figure out that, hey, a pint of water at standard temperature and pressure and all of that, that a pint of water will weigh a little bit more, almost a pound, or actually a little bit more than a pound, but roughly equal to a pound. So that's something that might make things simpler or more difficult. Now, let's actually tackle the problem. So we have 16 fluid ounces. I just told you that there are 16 fluid ounces per pint. So 16 fluid ounces, let me write it over here. So 16 fluid ounces times. Now, we want the fluid ounces to cancel out. So we want fluid ounces in the denominator times fluid ounces. Now, how many fluid ounces are there per pint? We want a pint in the numerator so that this and this cancel out. Well, we just saw that there are 16 fluid ounces per pint, or that 1/16 of a pint per fluid ounce. Either way, but we see this and this will cancel out. And so 16 over 16, this is 16 times 1 divided by 16, is equal to 1 pint. And we know that 16 fluid ounces is equal to a pint. If we have 16 fluid ounces right over here, this is 1 pint right over there. So we have 1 pint plus another 3 pints. So if we were to add all of this part right here together, 1 pint plus 3 pints is 4 pints. 4 pints. Now we have 4 pints. Let's convert it to quarts. 4 pints. Now we know that there are 2 pints per quart. Or we could view it this way. We want the pints to cancel out. Or 1 quart is 2 pints. Or 1/2 quart per pint. And we wrote it this way instead of 2 over 1. It's because we wanted the quarts in the numerator and the pints in the denominator, so that that and that cancel out. And it makes sense. If you're converting a smaller unit to a larger unit, you're going to have fewer of them. So you're essentially dividing by 2. So 4 times 1/2, or 4 divided by 2, is equal to 2 quarts. So this whole piece right here, these 4 pints, are equal to 2 quarts. That's 2 quarts. And you could visualize it. You have two of these combined make 1 quart. So you have 4 of them. It's going to be 2 quarts. So you have 2 quarts here plus another 4 quarts. So this entire quantity, you have 2 quarts plus this 4 quarts, are going to be 6 quarts. So the entire quantity is 6 quarts. And we have to convert that to gallons. So let me write it right here. We have 6 quarts. And we want to convert it to gallons. So we want gallons in the numerator. Gallons. And we want quarts in the denominator, so that it cancels out with this quarts when we multiply them. And how many quarts are there in a gallon? Or 1 gallon is 4 quarts. 1 gallon is 4 quarts, or 1/4 of a gallon per quart. Now we can multiply. The quarts cancel out, and you have 6 times 1/4, which is 6 over 4 gallons And now we can simplify this. We can divide the numerator and the denominator by 2. This is the same thing as 3/2 gallons. So 3/2 would be an acceptable answer right here. This would be 3/2 gallons. If you want to write it as a mixed number, 3 divided by 2 is 1 with a remainder 1. So it's 1 and 1/2 gallons. Either one would be an acceptable answer.